Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, academic and industry leaders, and dear participants. It is a privilege to be part of this important summit on skill development in a digital era. Before I start my presentation, I would like to ask you all, even after so many reforms in education system, why do employers still say graduates are not job ready? Every university today have a vision statement. Every university talks about innovation, skills, employability. The problem is not vision. The problem is execution. So in today's presentation, I would like to bring your attention on this execution gap in higher education. So universities are very clear about what they want to achieve: digital transformation, industry linkage, student-centric learning, etc. The real challenge begins when we have to translate it into everyday academic practice. This is where most institutes get stuck because moving from vision to action requires 4 very practical decisions. So here are 4 pillars of strategic implementation on which we all have to work to convert our vision to action. First pillar is curriculum design. We must clearly decide where these ideas of vision live in the curriculum, which course, which semester, which activity. And the second is pedagogical transformation. So in transformation, we have to move from our old content delivery towards learning by doing. By doing what? Case studies, projects, lab work. Similarly, our pillar 3 is strategic partnership, which includes industry, community, and global partners. Not for signing MOUs, but exclusively showing their involvement in the curriculum. Fourth, outcome-based judgment. Fourth pillar is outcome measurement. We must change how learning is judged. If we only test memory, we will only get memory. If we test application, student will learn application. What's important to understand here is that these pillars are not work independently. Curriculum sets direction, teaching brings life, and partnership add relevance, and measurement ensures the accountability. Even one is missing, reform slows down or stops. In next couple of slides, I will make you understand how these 4 pillars work and will show you how visions or strategies fail without execution. So PCI clearly identifies the skill gap in pharmacy a decade ago and responded with a very strong reform, that is compulsory industrial training after the 6th semester. On paper, the vision is perfect, but reality tells a different story. Only 60 to 70% of students actually go for the training. The rest just collect certificates. Even those who attend are not allowed to perform any meaningful work. Why? Due to safety, liability, compliance issues. So, what is the outcome? No skill enhancement, no employability, 0 impact. So, if we talk about our 4 pillars, where we stuck? Pillar 1 and Pillar 2 were implemented successfully. Curriculum was changed, intent was right. But Pillar 3 failed. Industry was never made an active stakeholder. Pillar 4 failed, there was no measurement, no accountability, no learning from failure. If Pillar 4 had executed, this failure would have been corrected years ago. Instead, today the reforms survive only as a formality on documents, not as a transformation on the ground. So, without industry accountability and outcome measurement, reforms remain symbolic, not transformational. That brings me to our next slide. So, what we can do here? Most institutes proudly sign MOUs, yet very few translate into real student learning. The shift requires is from symbolic partnerships to accountable collaborations. Industry must be responsible for learning outcomes, mentorships, and evaluate the deliverables, like not just signing the MOUs. We all have to think like our partners are just producing files or are they producing outcomes? So let us look to another case where intent is strong but execution failed. PCI understand the importance of practical experience. Like as a result, project work was made compulsory in the 7th and 8th semester of B Pharmacy. On paper, this assures 100% exposure to real-world problems and their solutions. But the ground reality is uncomfortable. 10 to 20% students simply copy project reports from their seniors, super seniors, or peers. Most others submit review articles with no experimentation, no fieldwork, no innovation. Only a negligible number of students experience real training. Faculty supervision is superficial. There is no serious evaluation of what is submitted. This is not a policy failure. This is an implementation failure. And the real reason is simple. There is no outcome measurement. So no one feels responsibility. So this is where leadership becomes the decision factor. The solution lies not in new policy, but in leadership-driven accountability. So execution needs when leadership actively shows up, not just in approvals, but in outcome reviews. When faculty are empowered and held accountable, reforms finally become to arrive. Leadership is not about announcements, it is about presence, review, and course correction. We have just reviewed a couple of examples where policy failures because of execution gap. Let us now see a powerful example where vision is backed by execution. Not all visions fail, not all policies fail, many are successful. And one such vision execution is worth explaining here. Late Shri N.J. Yashasvi sir, founder of ICFAI Group, established ICFAI 4 decades ago. His vision was not built around slogans or policies. It was built around a simple yet powerful question. How do we create an institute that remains relevant and sustainable over time? That vision become systems, processes, industry linkage, and professional competence. That is why ICFAI didn't remain an idea. It became an institute, then a nationwide network of universities, with 11 universities across the India. The lesson is simple. Vision points the way, execution builds universities. Legacy of late Shri N.J. Yashasvi sir is carried forward by visionary leaders across ICFAI universities. We are fortunate enough to have one such visionary leader with us in ICFAI Himachal Pradesh. In past 4 years, ICFAI Himachal Pradesh showed tremendous growth under the supervision of visionary Vice Chancellor Professor Keshav Sharma. At ICFAI University, Himachal Pradesh, leadership is not confined to files, meetings, or air-conditioned chambers. Vice Chancellor Dr. Keshav Sharma leads from where real education happens, that is on the ground. He does not govern through curriculum. He does not govern through circulars. He steps beyond deans and heads. He directly engages with faculty, technical staff, and students. You will find him walking through laboratories, sitting in classrooms, and observing examination hall, not as a formality, but as a participation in the process. He listens carefully, observes closely, talks difficult questions, and most importantly, ensure that policies are not just announced, but actually working where they matters most. The lesson is simple here. When leadership, systems, and people align, real changes happen and last. And if we all want that NEP 2020 is become successful, leaders from education and industry have to come forward and work together to convert this vision to the reality. The future-ready university isn't built on vision alone. It's constructed through deliberate, systematic implementation of proven frameworks. Academic leaders who move from inspiration to action will position their institutes to thrive in an evolving higher education landscape. So before I conclude, I would like to sincerely thank the organizers for creating this important platform for meaningful dialogues for the future of higher education. I also express my gratitude to the ICFAI group, whose long-lasting commitment to academic relevance and institutional sustainability continues to guide our work. I am especially thankful to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Keshav Sharma, for his visionary leadership, constant encouragement, and unwavering support for implementation-driven academic reforms. Because when leadership and faculty are aligned, vision doesn't stay inspirational, it becomes action. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. Thank you.